Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hi guys, it's your Pontiff. And I'm doing paid review 21QB54. Quick wrist watch check. I'm wearing the Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. This is the Helsa Light Glass. This watch here is the Legends. It's called the Legends because it comes in the big box. Now I've added this to a Theo and Harris strap, and I gotta tell you, I really love it on the Theo and Harris strap. Beautiful piece. Helsa, I like the Helsa Light Glass. I just think it's just so original, and I think this is kind of, I know they've got the new 3861 that's come out, but this is kind of the last remaining original Speedy, which I think is kind of special. The 1861. I mean, I know, okay, that they had, it originally was the 861, but you know, it was 321. Then it was the 861. Then it was the 186. This is basically the same lineage since the late 60s when the 861 came out until sort of a year or so ago. Okay, I'm doing a paid review. Now, this was an interesting question. I had a guy who came to me and he asked a very serious question. He's a doctor, so he's kind of, doctors are always, you know, they're difficult to deal with because they always think they're right. I don't know what it is. My uncle's a doctor. They're just really hard, but his question was, he's trying to decide between two watches. Here we go. Hello there. I've sent you a contribution for an email response. Now, I've turned this into a video. I have budgeted about $60,000 US for a watch after a business deal. I'm torn between two I really love. The Patek Philippe 5159. Now that's a perpetual calendar retrograde. Retrograde meaning it, when it does the date, it then jumps back. Retrograde jumps back to the start of the month. Now the Patek retails for $102,000, but I can get it for about $56 on Chrono 24. Or the Rolex GMT Master 2 white gold Pepsi with meteorite dial retails for $40, but I can get it from David SW for about $65,000. I love the Patek and really prefer it now, but it seems likely that I could get the 5159 in the future for the same price or less based on the market value for the discontinued similar 5019. I'm concerned that when the GMT is discontinued, its price will jump to the level where it simply is not reasonable to purchase. Any advice on which reference I should purchase at this time? My daily wear is a Rolex Sub Hulk. Thanks, Mike. So I said to Mike, I said, Mike, thank you. I agree with you. It's very much a first world problem. I said, very interesting. My advice to you is this. What do you like the best? What do you see yourself wearing more often? And which watch really sings loudest? And I got to tell you, a lot of people, you have a business deal like this. This is an amazing business deal. You're able to spend $60,000 like it doesn't hurt. Man, I don't know what the hell. I mean, that's a deal of a lifetime as far as I can see. And I don't think it's always about what's the best financial decision. I always recommend you go with the one that you love and it sings to you most. That's my advice. I said they are both amazing watches in different ways. Both are very cool. This was my advice to him. And then I said, I would probably go with the Rolex if this is going to be your second Rolex or second watch. First watch should be Rolex, second watch should be Rolex, third watch, fourth watch, watches, these should all be Rolex. Patek is a special watch for a well-established collector. It's a piece to acquire after years of love. Buy, this is my advice, buy the Rolex and enjoy. The Patek is for people with a much richer, who are much richer and more successful than yourself. After your fourth Rolex, then maybe go Patek. So this is what I said to him. Now he got a bit funny. He said, thank you for the reply. If you do make a video, please only use my last name. Make no other identifying info. Of course, I always do that. P.S. I didn't say the Hulk was my only watch. Collection includes a stainless steel, a steel Rolex Daytona, 2 Breitlings, and a Tag Heuer. The latter 3 watches were watches I bought before I knew anything many years ago. So realistically, he's got 2 Rolexes. Okay, he's got a Hulk and a Daytona. And I still think, I stand by what I say. See, the way he worded the question, I could tell he didn't have a lot of Rolexes. And, you know, he got a bit funny there with it. He got a bit funny. He says, oh, we don't always start out enlightened. And I said to him, man, did you read what I said? Did you? I said to him, you've got 2 Rolex and other garbage. I said, sorry, I said 1 Rolex and other garbage. And I then said, sorry, 2 Rolex and assorted garbage. And he goes, we don't always start out enticed. I said, did you read the advice? Don't let your ego fike up the decision. Very good advice given to you. Regards, Archie. P.S. I'm not here to suck up to you. I'm here to provide you with the answer. And then he said to me, I did read your advice and appreciate it and will follow it. 1 more Rolex. A PM Rolex, precious metal Rolex, is in order. I have another company merger in about 4 years that is very likely, and I will plan on celebrating that one with a 5159. I really love that reference. Your videos are fun to watch and I appreciate the honesty. Thanks, Mike. So he's not a bad dude. He's not a bad guy at all. But I think the thing is, I've got to tell you, with Patek Philippe, if you're looking at buying a really special, like a 5159 is a perpetual calendar, that's kind of something you've got to have done the Rolex thing. You've got to have gotten it out of your system. And I think, realistically, every collector, doesn't matter who the hell you are, I mean, I've tried to move on from Rolex, but it didn't work. I think every watch collector, you really need some sort of dive Rolex, a GMT Rolex, and a wind and wear. You need 3 unique pieces. Preferably 4. That's what you honestly need. But if you have enough diversity, you can get away with 3. That's what I've done in my collection. I've got the Rolex Submariner date. I got a Explorer 2 Polar 42 mil. And I got a Z Blue. See, 3 different dial colors, black, white, and blue. 3 different sizes. That's right, 3 different sizes. The Milgauss is 40, the Sub is 41, and the Explorer 2 is 42. So you've got enough diversity. My advice to him, I'm not trying to offend him or piss him off or upset him, because he's a very successful man. This is a winner chicken dinner. This is winner. My advice to him on the Patek Perpetual Calendar, that's kind of something you buy when you've got, 4 Rolexes at least. And why do I say this? Because that watch is a hard watch to live with. It's not meant for daily use. It's a perpetual calendar. It's a beautiful watch. But that's the sort of watch you wouldn't wear every day. I know a guy who had a 5056, which is an annual calendar in platinum. 5056. Wore it every day, and sure enough, there was water damage. The dial had got damaged because it's not it's not a daily wearer. You have to wear that special occasions. It's not something for every day. It doesn't have a screw-in crown. It's got the little pusher adjusters, which, it's a weakness for the water. Unfortunately, it's not something you can just wear, especially in tropics. This gentleman was in Sydney, which can be a bit hot at times. So that was my advice. So I think both of those are beautiful. But if you're tossing it up, before you get into really expensive Patek, you really should have 3 or 4 Rolex, and then you can get the Patek as the special occasion. It's like buying a Rolls Royce. You don't buy a Rolex as a one and done. You don't drive the Rolls Royce everywhere. You normally have a couple of cars. You've got a C-Class, a 5 Series BMW, maybe an estate wagon, and then you have a Ferrari, and then possibly a Rolls Royce. You can't really use the Rolls Royce for everyday stuff. It's not really made that way. So, that was my advice. And I really do stick to it. He's a lovely guy. Michael. But please, just listen to what I say. Don't let ego get out of hand. Just listen to what I say and move forward. That's my advice. Listen to what I say, move forward. I'm your pontiff, Archibald Chesterfield III, AC3. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Don't be afraid to put some comments. And guys, remember, I can't survive on Google Ads. I desperately need paid reviews to survive. Without the paid reviews, what am I going to do, guys? What am I going to do? Please get a paid review. It really helps me survive. It'll get me going. It keeps me in the loop. Please get a paid review done. I'd really appreciate it. I really would love it. Okay, guys, I will see you in the next one. And don't forget Patreon. Look down below. Patreon allows you to have a relationship with me where I send you secret snippets. Okay, guys, I will see you in the next one. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to introduce a new service to you. ValueYourWatch.com. Proud supporters of ArchieLuxury. No seller's fees, no buyer's fees. That's right, guys. This is a trading platform to buy or sell watches. You can start selling for free. That's right. We advertise our paying for our paying subscribers on Google, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. It's a global platform. That's right, guys. Get $50 off the annual subscription by applying the coupon Archie when you check in there. But guys, you can try this for free straight away. Guys, you can start listing watches. ValueYourWatch.com. Give it a try and tell me what you guys think of that.
Feeling me, all these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, all just wanna be a mini me. All these just wanna be a mini me. All these just wanna be a mini me.
Like, subscribe, and tell your friends, and don't be afraid to get a paid review. $50 for a paid review. It helps me stay full-time on YouTube, and I will see you in the next one. $50 paid review. I can't survive on Google Ads. I need your support. And guys, you could also sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay as little as $1 a month to keep me on YouTube. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.